Allison Apsey and I talked about this in What Makes a Great Principal, is that a lot of times when people come to a new administrative role, they have a vision of what they're going to do. And so Allison and I were very adamant, that's the last thing you focus on, because you can't really create a vision for people you don't know.
Yeah.
And for them, any vision that you create in a school, it should be with people, not for them. And you don't know access to resources, but a lot of times it's like, I'm going to go in there, we're going to do this. It's like, you don't even know what's going on that's really great in that school. You don't know what you're building upon. So I really appreciate that that's something that you see is like, hey, like you actually have to work with people. You can't just like come in there and like go and fix them, right? And I think that's something that really resonates with me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, the culture of your classroom or the community, the feeling in that classroom is my number one goal. Like when I
Mm-hmm.
first get kids, even the first week, I don't even do anything academic. It's just community building, getting to know them, like
Mm-hmm.
setting the tone for what it's going to feel like in here. Do some academic things, but if I, in leadership too, that's what I think about a lot is how
Mm-hmm.
are we creating a culture of engagement or,
Mm-hmm.
not compliance, which I think
Right.
administrators are doing most of the time. And that's where it can be a little bit tough to kind of get to the leadership stuff.
Yeah, and someone's probably listening to this and going like, "Whoa, geez, that's like a waste of a week." Like, you probably got so much curriculum and stuff like that too. But if you read any of like Covey stuff, Speed of Trust, once you build that, everything gets done faster, right? Like less classroom management, those things. I think that's a really important aspect.
I mean, I'm going to say this and people aren't going to believe me, but I have zero classroom management issues. Like
Nobody believes
I
me.
have personality, I have needs, but there's not I spend a lot of time building
Right.
with these kids and them building with each other. And some like the goal is just not to notice me in the room most of the time. And if you can build a culture like that where they're leading the way and they know you believe in them and there's trust, you can get a lot out of people. And I think that's the same for leadership too.
There's a book right there, Aaron. There's a book. There's a
What's
book.
it called?
What's the book? It's called I Have No Classroom Management Issues. And here's how you could have none either.
I'm going to get in trouble for saying that, but
You
I
can't.
really don't. I
Right.
really don't.
Listen, I'm telling you, that's a book. That's $1 billion seller right there.